What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Black Frame. Hope you're all doing great today. Now, I've got something special for you, a film that'll leave you absolutely speechless. We're talking about Missing Child Videotape from 2024, and trust me when I say this, don't you dare skip through this video, because the plot twist at the end, it's going to blow your mind. So without wasting any more time, let's dive right into it. And hey, if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another breakdown from Black Frame. Our story kicks off in the eerie, desolate Gunma Forest back in 2015. Here, we meet a young boy named Sohei who's gotten separated from his parents and is completely lost, desperately trying to find his way home. Luckily for him, a kind-hearted volunteer named Keita finds the boy. Keita puts a warm hat on Sohei's head and tells him they're heading home together. But just as they're about to leave the forest, something strange happens. Keita freezes in his tracks when Sohei calls him Big Brother. What's really going on here? Hold that thought, because the real story is just beginning. Fast forward to the present. When Keita returns to his apartment, his roommate, Tsukasa, tells him that Keita's mother dropped off a package for him the night before. Naturally curious, Keita rushes to check it out. He's completely caught off guard when he finds a VHS tape inside the package his mother sent. Tsukasa, noticing Keita's stunned reaction, gets curious too and comes over to see what's inside. The moment Tsukasa gets near the tape, something weird happens. His ears start ringing, as if something's not quite right about this whole situation. A little while later, as Tsukasa's heading out to work, he notices a woman following him. Creepy, right? The woman approaches and introduces herself as Hisumi, a journalist. She explains that she knows Tsukasa is Keita's roommate, and she's investigating the case of Keita's younger sibling who disappeared 13 years ago. This hits Tsukasa like a ton of bricks. He's been friends with Keita for a while now, and this is the first he's hearing about any of this. Suddenly, it all makes sense. Why Keita has dedicated his life to finding missing people, especially children. Before leaving, Tsukasa hands Hisumi his card. He's intrigued and wants to work together to uncover the truth about what happened to Keita's sibling. That evening, Tsukasa mentions that a journalist came by earlier asking about Keita's missing sibling from 13 years ago. Perfect timing, actually. Keita suggests they watch the VHS tape his mother sent together. This recording contains the last moments before his sibling vanished without a trace. The footage is from 13 years ago. Young Keita is complaining to the camera that his parents always pay more attention to his younger sibling, Hinata. Just as he's venting, his mother walks in and scolds him for playing with his father's expensive handycam. Frustrated, young Keita storms off. Later, we see Keita trying to cool off in the forest, but he gets annoyed when Hinata follows. After some back and forth, Keita reluctantly agrees to let Hinata tag along. As they walk deeper into the woods, they stumble upon an abandoned building. While exploring, Keita suggests they play hide and seek. Once Hinata hides, Keita starts searching. As Keita searches, he starts feeling an unsettling presence in the building. Then, at the end of a hallway, he spots Hinata walking into a room. But when Keita reaches that room, there's nobody there.
1、5、9、10。
リラセ
いないな。
Panic sets in. Keita frantically calls out for Hinata to stop playing around and come out. But Hinata never appears again.
Hinata! もういいよ。もういいよ。
After watching the footage, Keita is visibly shaken, reliving the trauma that's haunted him all these years. Tsukasa can't help but wonder why Keita's mother would suddenly send this tape now, as if she has some hidden agenda. The next day, we see Keita working part-time at a convenience store. While restocking shelves, he panics when he sees a mother frantically searching for her child.
いやいや、すぐ見つかるでしょう。
He's relieved when the child is found safe. It's clear that the tragedy from his past has made Keita hyper-aware of missing children. It's become part of who he is. The following evening, Tsukasa comes home to find Keita packing his bags. Keita explains that he's going back to his hometown to return the tape and other items his mother sent. In fact, earlier that day, he received another package, this one containing his father's cremated remains. His father passed away a year ago. Keita suspects his mother is trying to make him feel guilty again. Sensing something serious is going on, Tsukasa decides to come along. When they arrive at Keita's old house, something feels off. The place looks like it's been abandoned for a while, and it seems like Keita's mother has been packing up, as if preparing to move.
お邪魔します。
Keita wants to check upstairs, but Tsukasa suddenly feels an overwhelming negative energy and refuses to go up there. Standing in that eerie house, Keita tells Tsukasa that he feels like his mother abandoned this place a long time ago. Then Keita opens up. After Hinata disappeared, his parents treated him like a stranger. They stopped celebrating his birthday and only acknowledged Hinata's birthday each year, even though Hinata's fate remains unknown. Keita believes his parents act cold toward him because they think he killed Hinata and hid the body. Not wanting his friend to spiral into dark thoughts, Tsukasa tells Keita to focus. They decide to head to Mount Mahaku, the place where Hinata disappeared 13 years ago. Soon after, they arrive at the base of the mountain and begin their hike. Along the way, Keita stops when he sees a poster of missing Hinata, freshly posted, as if it was just put up recently. At that moment, an old man named Suzuki Sogun approaches them. He warns them to be careful if they're planning to climb this mountain. According to him, Mount Mahaku has a dark, negative energy that even him gives the creeps. As they continue climbing, Tsukasa, who's not used to hiking, asks Keita to slow down and take a break. Suddenly, Keita spots what looks like a small child who resembles Hinata. He chases after the figure, but instead of finding a child, they discover something disturbing. Cremation urns scattered everywhere, not just one or two, dozens of them dumped like garbage.
Hinata!
They immediately go to the police station where an officer named Kazama explains that this is the work of a corrupt funeral home that's been illegally disposing of cremated remains. As they're about to leave, another officer promises to investigate the matter thoroughly. Meanwhile, we see Hisumi working late at her office. Her boss, Tetsu, is impressed by her dedication to this investigation. Tetsu shares a disturbing rumor that's been circulating. Hinata's disappearance on Mount Mahaku might be connected to supernatural forces that have haunted the mountain for years. 20 years before Hinata went missing, a group of hikers also vanished mysteriously on this mountain. Just like Hinata, those hikers reportedly found an old building in the middle of the forest shortly before they disappeared. After telling her this, Tetsu hands Hisumi an audio recording from those missing hikers, evidence he obtained from the police. Back with our main characters, Keita decides to rent a cheap inn before continuing the climb the next day. In the car, Tsukasa receives a voice message from Hisumi explaining that Mount Mahaku is notorious for being one of the most haunted mountains in Japan. Hisumi then plays the audio recording from the hikers who went missing after discovering that old building in the forest. After the recording ends, Hisumi notes something chilling. That old building doesn't appear on any map. It's as if the building is supernatural. Hearing this, Tsukasa reveals that, according to Keita's video, Hinata was playing hide-and-seek and disappeared inside a building just like that. As they're discussing this, something strange happens. Out of nowhere, Tsukasa has a vision. He sees the attic of Keita's house. Following his unsettling vision, Tsukasa sneaks into Keita's old house to investigate. Things get even creepier when the TV suddenly turns on by itself, playing old home videos of Keita's family celebrating Hinata's birthday. Meanwhile, at the inn, Keita tries calling Tsukasa, who still hasn't shown up. Oh my god, Keita is absolutely horrified when he sees his mother's figure suddenly appear from the corner of the room. She warns him that Hinata's birthday is coming soon. It's genuinely terrifying. Whether it's a hallucination or something supernatural, the urn containing his father's ashes suddenly shatters, just as his mother's figure vanishes. Back to Tsukasa, despite all the strange occurrences, he continues his search and heads up to the attic. Holy, Tsukasa is shocked to discover Keita's mother's body hanging in the attic. She committed suicide. But wait, did Keita know his mother was dead? After all, he checked the attic by himself yesterday. At the same time, a visibly shaken Keita is sitting outside the inn when Hisumi arrives and asks to talk. In the car, Hisumi shows Keita her research and asks him to confirm the existence of the abandoned building on Mount Mahaku. Keita confirms it. 13 years ago, Hinata disappeared mysteriously inside that building. While playing the audio recording from the hikers, Hisumi suggests that this recording might help them locate the building that everyone considers supernatural. During their conversation, Hisumi receives a call from Tsukasa. In a panicked voice, Tsukasa reveals that he found Kita's mother dead in the attic. She took her own life.
ケイタの実家の2階に
Tsukasa suspects that Kita already knew about this but doesn't want to jump to conclusions. He asks Hisumi to wait for him before doing anything. But here's where it gets weird. Tsukasa's voice sounds distorted, as if something is manipulating it. What Hisumi hears is Tsukasa telling her to go to Mount Mahaku with Kita immediately. It's absolutely chilling. Without Tsukasa realizing it, a dark, terrifying figure is watching him from outside the attic window. The supernatural entity has successfully lured Kita back to Mount Mahaku. Shortly after, they arrive at the base of Mount Mahaku. Keita, eager to investigate, asks Hisumi to wait in the car until Tsukasa arrives.
登山口から1時間ほど来ました。
Using the audio recording from the hikers and his own tracking experience, Keita manages to navigate toward the location of the supernatural building.
来てるんですよ。
見てんじゃん。あれ何？
Following the directions in the recording, Keita finds an old, weathered signpost and feels confident he's getting close to the building. Back at the car, Hisumi is still waiting for Tsukasa to arrive. In the tense atmosphere, thankfully, Tsukasa shows up just in time. After hearing everything from Hisumi, Tsukasa becomes worried about Keita's safety and decides to go after him. Hisumi insists on coming along. During their search, they panic when they find Keita's hat and flashlight lying on the ground. Tsukasa senses that the supernatural building they're looking for must be nearby. After walking further, they finally discover the building that's been the source of so much terror. Without wasting time, they rush inside to investigate. They're unnerved when they find backpacks belonging to the hikers who disappeared 20 years ago still scattered around. Suddenly, Tsukasa hears commotion on the second floor and rushes up to check. Hisumi panics when a mysterious hand grabs her from behind. Meanwhile, Keita is overwhelmed with emotion when he finally sees Hinata after 13 long years. But then, Tsukasa arrives and tries to snap Keita back to reality, telling him they need to leave. He reveals that he knows everything now. When Keita looks confused, Tsukasa apologizes for keeping a secret from him all this time. He has spiritual abilities. Throughout their friendship, he's seen Hinata's spirit following Keita everywhere he goes.
ごめんなさい。
This means Hinata is actually dead, and the figure Keita sees down the hallway is just an illusion created by the evil entity haunting Mount Mahaku. Oh my god, after Keita apologizes, something incredible happens. Tsukasa is suddenly transported back in time to the moment when Keita and Hinata were playing hide and seek. Now, Tsukasa can see what really happened when Hinata disappeared. The truth is that Hinata didn't just vanish. Hinata fell from the second floor and died. Back in the present, Hisumi is confused when Keita suddenly appears and asks where Tsukasa is. Back to Tsukasa, as he examines Hinata's body, the most horrifying moment is unveiled. It turns out that Keita actually pushed his own sibling off the second floor, driven by jealousy over his parents' attention. This terrible act was also influenced by the evil spirit inhabiting the building. All this time, Keita has been lying to himself, pretending to have amnesia about what really happened. This is absolutely tragic.
次はひなたが鬼ね。
Keita also killed Tsukasa to keep his dark secret hidden, trapping Tsukasa's spirit in that supernatural dimension, forever reliving the moment of Hinata's death. 3 months later, we see Hisumi busy writing an article about Tsukasa's disappearance on Mount Mahaku. His case is similar to what happened to Hinata and those hikers, all mysteriously vanished. She has no idea about the horrifying truth of what Keita actually did.
Tsukasa?
Still confused? Let me break it down for you. Number 1, the supernatural building. The supernatural building is real, but only certain people can find it. It's inhabited by an evil spirit that manipulates people into committing heinous acts. Number 2, Keita, the murderer. Keita was influenced by this entity until he killed his own sibling, and all this time, Keita has been lying to himself, pretending to have amnesia. Number 3, the fresh missing poster. The fresh poster of Hinata was actually put up by Keita's mother before she went searching for the supernatural building. Though it's not explicitly shown, I believe she found the building and also discovered Hinata's skeletal remains. That's why only Hinata's jacket and bloodstains remain in the building. Number 4, where are Hinata's remains? Where else would they be but sent to Keita? In other words, what was sent to Keita wasn't his father's ashes, it was Hinata's cremated remains. After discovering her son's horrific act, Keita's mother, who had sent the video and ashes, decided to take her own life. Number 5, Tsukasa's fate. Tsukasa, who learned Keita's dark secret, had to be silenced, leaving his spirit trapped in that moment forever. At the end of the story, we see Keita, master of self-deception, going about his daily life as if nothing ever happened. This film has an IMDb rating of 5.6, but here at Black Frame, I'd give it a solid 7.0. And that wraps up our breakdown of Missing Child Videotape 2024. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe so you don't miss any future content from Black Frame. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.